So the White House has instructed NASA employees to terminate 2 major satellite missions. Yeah, and the sigh is reasonable because, of course, it's going to be great. Let's be clear, we're recording this in early August 2025, and this is a recent story. One of the satellites is attached to the International Space Station, so I suppose they just get out there and unscrew it, and then...
I thought it set it on fire.
You're in so much trouble. The other is collecting data as a standalone satellite. What that means is, for the second one, it will be burnt up in the atmosphere. They basically stop it and let it go and gone. 2023 review by NASA decided that the data they've been providing of both these satellites was, quote, of exceptionally high quality. Delicious and wonderful. It goes on, we could only speculate as to why the Trump administration wants to end the missions. Any guesses about what they might be focused on?
It's time for a little bit of science. I'm Will Grant, Associate Professor in Science Communication at the Australian National University.
Very powerful. I'm Rod Lamberts. I'm a 30-year veteran of science communication, although I look much younger, and I have the mind of a teenage boy.
And in this episode, after some satellite destruction, we've got a map that makes me angry.
Which is a lot of maps, really.
No. I got some sexy spaceship designs for you.
Sexy spaceship designs. You do the side one. Also, I'm going to talk a little story from the annals of the history of fruit.
I got a little bit of a listener update.
Do you?
On skin.
Update on skin. That's just a list of words that shouldn't go together. And welcome, A-Bomb.
All right. Tell us about it. Satellite destruction?
So,
leave the sats alone, man.
I mean, I believe you already know this, but these 2 satellites fall under the category of orbiting carbon observatories. So, carbon dioxide, climate
change.
Climate change. They provide detailed carbon dioxide measurements across a whole bunch of locations, I think around the world, but particularly the US. So the scientists, they get details of how human activity is affecting greenhouse gas emissions, so get that shit going.
Yep.
They've been collecting data that's been hugely used by both oil and gas companies and farmers.
Oh, even used by oil and gas companies?
I know, right? Like, are we generating enough yet? No. Turn the lever up.
Can we find more oil and gas where the carbon's coming out of or something?
We're running out of carbon dioxide.
Uh-huh.
So they get information about the distribution of carbon dioxide and the farmers, of course, how it might affect crop health. That's just some stuff. And they're in robust and ruddy health. They're expected to function for many more years.
So we want to destroy them because...
Shut the fuckers down. The edict came from the White House. Shut them down. So there's a bunch of people talking about this, ex-employees, the current employees asking ex-employees, I don't know, the mothers talking to the fathers, the dogs talking to the cats. One former NASA employee who had been working on the orbiting carbon observatories says, look, it makes no sense economically to terminate the missions. They're returning incredibly valuable data. They only cost about $15 million a year to maintain both, which is point blah, 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 0% of the $25.4 billion budget. $15 million out of $25 billion.
Still.
It ain't budgetary.
Yeah,
It ain't budgetary.
Okay, all right, it's not budgetary. And it's not like you're not solving the American budget by getting rid of some satellites.
No. I mean, honestly, if they got rid of all the photocopiers, if they still do that might have equal effect. So they're 2 of dozens, apparently, of space missions that are under threat from Trump's administration for the 2026 fiscal year budget. A quote again from an insider. Eliminating funds or scaling down the operations of Earth-observing satellites would be catastrophic, no shit, would severely impair our ability to forecast, manage and respond to severe weather and climate disasters. Actually, sorry, that wasn't an insider. That was a Democratic member of the House, the Committee on Space, Science and Technology. So they went, look, this is just terrible. And it is. I mean, you take away our ability to do that. If we do it really well, we get really good data and we add AI into the mix, we can slowly get to the point where we can do these extremely localized weather reports. Extremely localized, like this little...
So aside from the whole climate thing, they're useful literally for just
day-to-day
weather
stuff.
uses.
Yep. You could literally, and for farmers, of course, you can kind of go, in this 20-kilometre radius, it's going to be a little bit hotter or wetter, whatever it is. So all this contributes to not being able to do that. So as they go on to say, simply terminating Earth monitoring missions to pursue an anti-science agenda could be a massive self-own, yes. And what I love is, though, and here's the real sting, this is what's going to get Trump to stop, potentially break laws because it might override existing allocated budgets.
Yeah, okay.
Because,
look,
it's already been allocated.
Look, I'm sorry, it's not the law that
that
matters here. It's the fact that we should defend
Yeah.
collection of good data. And, this fits in with, Trump just now. Like, he's just announced they're going to redo the census to say, okay, we didn't like the numbers, so let's redo it and make sure you get the right numbers. They fired the head of the Bureau of Labour Statistics.
Yeah, for reporting on bad numbers. Just, what are you talking about?
I mean, this goes back...
What are you talking about?
But this was his COVID response. If you stop testing, then you get less COVID. So...
To be fair, then you're right. He's being consistent.
He is.
Anyway, well done once again. I mean, I know it's almost pointless saying, but well done, Trump, the Trump administration and science.
All right, do you want to know about a map that makes me angry?
Yeah, but what I'm more interested in is which one this time?
Which one this time?
You've got a lot of map anger, or at least strong map opinions.
I have strong map opinions,
Yeah.
but very few make me angry. Very few make me angry.
Oh.
And look, okay. In full defence, it's not because of the representation of the world in a projection.
Disproportionately.
It was the thing that map told me that made me angry.
Was it something about like your clothes? Health?
And during 2015, two amateur metal detectorists named George Powell and Leighton Davies. And, of course...
Should have let me guess. I know most of them.
You here will critique and say, amateur metal detectorists? Where are the professionals? There might be some professionals. But there is also... There's the more following the rules and the more off-grid, Nighthawk-style amateur metal detectorists.
When I was a kid... and I found out about the existence of metal detectors, I was beside myself with excitement. I was like, this has got to be the most fucking amazing thing you get your hands on.
Me too!
And I pleaded with my parents year in, year out, like, imagine walking down the metal detector! But they were like hundreds of dollars.
Well, okay.
These two lame amateurs.
Yeah. They're sweeping a field near Leominster in Herefordshire in the United Kingdom.
Ooh.
Now, they ran across something that went beep.
What?
I don't have the full story of their emotion at this moment. You might guess why a little bit later. But you can imagine they went, ooh, ooh, ooh.
It has gebipped.
They got down. They started digging.
Oh, they were dancing.
And they might have started.
It beeped.
No, you can't start dancing just with a beep. You've got to...
Don't tell me what I can dance to.
It could be...
You will not crush my spirit.
It could be an
Footloose style.
unexploded munition from World War II. You're not dancing yet. You've got to check.
Or no vibrations. That's true.
Well, or whatever it is. But this was in the category of thing that might make you excited.
Okay.
It doesn't look terribly exciting right here.
Yeah.
This is a photo that they put on social media soon afterwards later. It's a clump. A clump of
clamshells stuck together?
It looks like a clump of clamshells stuck together. But if you look closer, and as a metal detectorist would, you would notice that they're all little circular objects. Coins, if you will. A clump of coins.
We're going to be bajillionaires.
Look, I just have to say, like the narrative excitement of finding treasure.
I almost can't breathe.
I would.
I want to go do it now. Stop the show.
Okay, so they dug up this clump.
Yep.
And they shared a picture on their social media and deleted it soon afterwards.
Yeah, well,
you might find out why in a second. The picture, from what we can work out of it, and from subsequent discussions of what they found,
Analysis.
yes, appeared to contain hundreds of silver and copper coins, gold jewellery, some silver ingots.
No way.
That were left behind by a retreating Viking army, probably in the 7th or 8th century.
So basically, that's mine by birthright. They found my stuff. I have a piece of English and a chunk of Norwegian. That's mine.
So yours. Well.
Or
ownership might be a big thing.
I was going to say. I've got a guess now. I have an idea.
Okay.
Carry on.
Okay. So they tried to find out what they had. Obviously they're pulling it apart, they're cleaning it up, and they went into a local coin dealer in an antique shop in Cardiff. The coin dealer Paul Wells and an antiques dealer Jason Salam looked at 12 of the silver coins that were spread out on the table, and the report is absolutely flabbergasted.
Ooh.
Wells, the antique dealer, said it was as if they were put in the ground on the day they were minted. They were like dirty, but mint condition. No, that's not what I'm.
Okay.
Just that they were beautiful versions of these 1,000-and-a-bit-year-old coins.
Come on.
He was like, as if they'd never been used to buy a loaf or a pint of beer. I had a lens in my pocket, which I used to look at them at first glance. And pull the lens in my pocket. Oh, come on.
Who doesn't? Do you want to see mine?
One travels with a lens in one's pocket. At first glance, I thought they were medieval, 11th or 12th century.
Yeah.
Mr. Salem was excited, and he said they were probably 7th or 8th century.
Ooh.
Coins would later be revealed to feature the heads of both Alfred the Great, who was King of Wessex, and Ceolwulf II of America.
Don't have to tell me.
Mercia. Ceolwulf. Like Ceolwulf.
Ceolwulf.
The ancient kingdom covering the area where the coins were found. The estimates reckon that the hoard originally contained something like 300 coins.
Ooh.
A silver ingot, a rock crystal pendant covered in gold wire. It's really quite a nice little pendant. A gold bracelet and a gold Viking ring, which
damn.
I think looks awesome.
Yeah, I'd wear that.
It looks nice. It looks half metal, like metal as in like rock.
As in fully metal.
Fully metal.
Yeah.
And it's got some symbols on it. It just looks awesome.
Is it a finger ring?
It is a finger ring.
Oh, good to know.
Yes. Over the next couple of weeks, Powell and Davies began to show the coins to antique dealers and other people that they met, at places like roadside services and things like that.
Obviously.
They showed them around, and at some point, the British Numismatic Trade Association took what is said to be an extraordinary step and sent its members a warning. They said there are coins from an undeclared hoard which are getting into the marketplace, and anyone who trades in them is committing a crime.
What?
It's a crime. It's a crime.
Because it's undeclared?
Okay. I'm going to go into some policy for a second here.
Thank God.
But if you are in the United Kingdom, and a lot of the legislation here covers the United Kingdom, and I'm going to come to other countries in a little bit.
Yeah.
If you find treasure,
Yeah.
classic definition of treasure, big pile of gold coins, over 300 years old.
Doubloons usually.
Yeah, it could be, or
Doubloons.
or whatever. Could be, or jewelry, or stuff that's largely made of gold or silver.
Yeah, you have to declare it to someone.
Looks like no one has a claim to it. You've got to declare. You've got to tell the landowner, and you've got to tell at least the local coroner or others in the area, and say, look, I found some treasure. They did not do this. They did not do this.
Oh, I hope they jailed them for life. Monsters.
Well. 2 months after the original discovery, the Nighthawks, and that's the term for these.
Hell yeah.
These. What do we call it? Like
dorks.
Off-brand metal detectorists, or
what are you calling ourselves? How about Nighthawk? Yeah, that'd be cool.
Were arrested. On their arrest, one of them told the police, "I ain't gonna make it easy," which I like. What
does that mean?
I know it's
I've
a
got
metal
a really
detector
good lawyer.
fight.
Yeah, like what are you going to do? Like he hulks out? No.
The police went to the antiques dealer. They found a bunch of hidden coins all over the place. They found a few of the coins. Eventually, 31 of the original 300 may have turned up. It's assumed that Powell and Davies may have sold probably, 269 of these potential coins.
That's what I was
We've
saying.
got the Viking ring, we've got the crystal pendant, but there may be other things that we just don't know about them. Now, a lot of this is documented in a BBC podcast that it's just came out recently called Fool's Gold. It's worth listening to.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you the end to their story, but then I'll tell you to the map that made me angry.
Oh, I forgot it was about a map.
I told you.
Point. Good
I told
point.
you it's
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
always about a map.
Yeah.
In 2019, so this is 4 years afterwards, the two Nighthawk detectorists were found guilty of theft and concealment of a find. So concealing that you found treasure.
What are you in for? Concealment of a find?
Well, what are you in for? I found buried treasure and I didn't tell people. And
I'm a fucking Nighthawk.
I feel like this is a narrative crime.
I'm really ashamed of what I did. I'm sorry I didn't.
The coin
declare.
dealers, Simon Wicks and Paul Wells, were also found guilty.
Of course.
Powell was jailed for 10 years.
What?
And Leighton for 8.5. Wait, Wicks was jailed for 5 years. Anyway, they were each ordered to pay back £600,000.
To who? Oh, government.
To the government. Now, there's some additional shifts in what they got. They were reduced at some point. But then Powell's gone on the run. And at the moment, he's still out there. And the British police are still trying to prosecute him for the theft and for...
Do they not have criminals to pursue? I found some shit in the field and didn't tell you, and then I ran away. We must get this, man. There's going to be like 6 movies dedicated to showing this.
So here's where I want to get to the map.
Yeah.
And the thing that got me about this, because I was like, oh, this is like the narrative injustice of finding treasure and then being told, no, that's the property of the government makes me furious.
Yeah.
But the archaeologist in me says, no, that belongs in a museum, as Indiana Jones is wont to quote.
How much archaeologists do you have in you?
Oh, like
11%?
No, it's smaller than that. Like
9%?
No, 0%. Actually, it's an imagined archaeologist.
Oh, you're like iota.
Like it's a sliding doors thing.
The square root of 0.
In another universe.
Yeah, right.
In another universe, I was. But,
so would I, but that's when I thought archaeology was only about dinosaurs.
And I thought, what are the rules here? Okay, in the United Kingdom, basically, the rules were updated in 1997.
Yeah.
Basically, that if you find treasure, something that, classic definition of treasure, then you got to tell within 14 days, tell the government, and typically...
How do you know that? I know ignorance of the law is no excuse.
Oh, you could probably... No, ignorance of the law is no excuse.
But I mean, like, I go to...
No, in the metal detector community, it is known. It is known.
Yeah, I go to, I don't know, their equivalent of Richard Smith's, and I say, I'd like the electronics dealer.
No, you can't be tricky about that. Dick Smith, the
Smith,
electronic dealer.
Smith Dick. I go to their store and I go, I want to buy a metal detector, and they go, here you go. Let me just warn you.
No, they warn each other.
Yeah, so if I just am a rogue element, I'm worse than a Nighthawk. I bought a metal detector. I just went for a cruise around and found stuff.
So
how the fuck would you know that?
Depends on the size. Depends on how it hits the market. So this was known because it hit the market. Like you see a flood of weird coins from a certain era hitting the market, then people are paying attention to
this. I mean,
this.
how does the person who found it know? Like, I would have no idea. I'd be wandering around going, I found coins.
So, like, awesome. Okay, if you're the famous,
dealer should have
you're
told
the famous fight. Like the dealers are warning them throughout this. There's
the
moments
dealer should have warned the guys who gave it to them.
There's moments where the dealers are warning them. They're like, I'm so excited. Like, okay, you're the famous 5 and you discover a treasure thing on the beach. Yeah, they don't necessarily know. But the moment that they go take them to eBay or
the other bay,
cash converters, cash converters should tell you. And if they don't,
can I swap this for a pot plate?
Well, I mean, cash converters, you don't want to deal in stolen goods, and this is the equivalent of.
Okay.
So the policy generally in the United Kingdom, you got to tell.
Yep.
And here I'm going to read out this: the state gets the treasure. And gives a reward to the finder.
Right. I bet it's princely.
No. One version of this is that you would do roughly market value. Now it's determined by the minister, but that seems pretty decent. And they actually find treasure not irregularly in the United Kingdom. Like
I'm not surprised.
Europe, it's a place. Yeah. But then, okay, so I'm looking on Wikipedia and I'm like, what are the rules in other countries? What are the rules in Australia? And so this is my map that made me angry, and it's a color-coded map because
we're red.
We're red. I'll come to red in a second. Okay. Just what other country can you see as red?
China.
Okay.
It took me a moment. I'm like, is that America? But no, it's not.
So there's a few different ways that you can determine this.
Yeah.
One, the landowner just gets the treasure. On my land, I get the treasure.
My land, my stuff.
Yeah. So Iran, Iraq, Malaysia, provinces in Canada. My land, my stuff.
My stuff, eh?
The other one, we'll come to this, and the finder gets the treasure. So some parts of America, that's pretty rare. This is like a Texas type thing.
That's the finders keepers rule.
Finders keepers rule. Yeah. Finders keepers.
Losers, I don't care. Yeah.
Now, the orange one here, that's the United Kingdom. And a bunch of Canada, Poland, a few other places like that. The state gets the treasure. So they own it. They're going to get it because it belongs in a museum, but you get a reward. You get paid for it.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's a couple of others where it's like split the treasure with the landowner and the finder, and things like that.
Yep.
But the one that really annoyed me, and it got me, I was like, go! Us and China. State gets the treasure, no reward!
Fuck you.
No reward! I was like, I find treasure, and the government just takes it off me. And I was just...
Yoink. Fuck that. No. To be fair, it's not the map that made me mad. The map was... You're shooting the messenger.
I'm shooting the messenger. It's unfair to blame the map, but I was really...
Screw that. Come on. We're like laid back and cool dudes. Like, no, we're keeping it. We're the government. I've just become a libertarian, like in that moment.
I feel like you're walking along the beach and there's been a high tide or a low tide or whatever.
There's a chest. You see a chest
of treasure coins.
You flip it open and you go, my God, this is Like all them movies.
And then you say, this is going to help build a hospital for the government. I was like, that's so us in China.
What do I get for it? Or you get a selfie with the minister.
All right, I got something that you like, Rod, because this appeals to you.
Candy, drugs.
No.
Puppies.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
Motorcycles.
No, you stop guessing. I mean, I'll...
Metal. Okay, I'll stop now.
The end of last year.
Yeah.
A project called Project Hyperion launched a design competition. So Project Hyperion is an international, interdisciplinary team of architects, engineers, anthropologists, and urban planners.
Oh, cool.
And their design competition was for crewed interstellar travel.
Crude.
Crude.
Crude meaning rough.
People, human, manned in the old
crude, not C-R-U-D-E.
No, not crude. Not give me a sketch for your cool rocket ships.
Show me the root ship.
Show me your pencil drawings of a badass
Exactly.
rocket ship.
It looks like a penis and this one doesn't.
No.
Where are the sex rings for anti-gravity, please, sir?
No, these are a team of urban planners and anthropologists
Inhumaned.
who said,
Yeah.
design us up something and take it seriously to get us interstellar. Now, so it's
Who's Stella?
Between the Stars.
Oh.
Between the Stars.
Wrong crude again.
So it's run by this Initiative for Interstellar Studies,
We all know them.
a UK-based non-profit organisation dedicated to robotic and human exploration of out there, beyond. So they had a prize of, all right, $10,000. So it's not gonna get the designers to
Seed capital.
Yeah, it's not quite seed capital for making our interstellar ship, but
You couldn't get the plans drawn up for that, man.
but they were tasked with producing they did get some plans. Okay, I don't think they're detailed enough right yet.
Well, and some of them are architects and engineers. So fair
Design us a generation ship.
Fantastic.
So a generation ship is basically rocket ship seems like a very old word to use, but a spaceship
It's coming back.
that not only can we live in for a long time, but long enough that we have multiple generations.
Yes.
You have people launch in the ship, have babies get big, have more babies.
Babies
they
have
go
babies.
old, they die. Multiple generations as we fly out into the stars.
Love it.
And so they've announced the top 3 competition winners, and I just wanted to show you some of these because
hell yeah.
it's just so cool. So I'll just give you the rules
Okay, give me
for
the
a
rules.
second.
Yeah.
Habitability for 1,000 plus or minus 500 people over centuries. So we're talking 1,500 people,
Jesus.
maybe 500. I don't know if 500 is actually enough, but whatever.
That's viable.
Whatever.
I ought to know.
It's got to have some artificial gravity.
So spin.
But yes, via rotation rather than magic artificial gravity.
I'm okay with magic too. If they can design it, I'll use it. I'm okay. I don't mind.
It's got to find a way to have a society that ensures good living conditions, including...
How hard could it be?
Well,
Be good to each other.
Yeah.
And you got to promise.
no, but it's like you could live in some sort of prison thing where you're eating gruel.
Eating your own stools.
Here's 400,000 years worth of gruel.
Yeah.
And
And everything else.
Yeah.
When the gruel comes out, we turn it back into gruel.
robust life system and essential provisions such as shelter, clothing, and other basic needs.
Well, duh.
Yeah. You can't be nude in your spaceship.
We're back to crude.
It would be interesting if they said, and we have designed it so it's run by nudists.
But you know the problem with nudists? They're never the people you want to see naked, ever. Ever.
Leave them alone, man.
I do leave them alone because they're never the people you want to see naked, like, ever.
It's got to have robust life support systems, food, water, waste,
I agree.
atmosphere. It's got to have knowledge transfer mechanisms to retain culture and technology.
Books.
Or the internet. Books. Yeah, it's books. It's got to have, you got to put books in.
Everyone gets a USB when you sign on.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
You get all of YouTube. All right. I'm just going to give you the overview. And they're sort of broad. They're actually different in design, first off. So first place winner is the chrysalis.
The big, long cylinder.
It's your cigar shape, your
Yeah.
big, long cylinder.
Yeah, let's call it a cigar.
Yeah, but no, see, I think of...
Does it vibrate? It
No,
definitely rotates.
See, it's a cylinder or a cigar. Like
A lot of them are.
It's not cock-shaped. Like
Yeah, nothing about that is penile. Nothing about the long, thin tube.
Well, okay. The next
yeah.
the next one where you're getting the super bike wheel sort of shape.
With the fashions to accompany
With
it.
the fashion. You've got pockets. We'll have pockets in the future. No, actually, what? Men get pockets And women and children don't get pockets.
Always.
Women get a bag. Oh my God, this is a linen bag. We'll come back to this.
To be fair, men get pockets that are too low for their hands to reach. They get knee pockets.
That's why they came second.
Why do you want pockets over your knees?
Third place. I mean, I just wanted to drill into these a little bit.
Oh, yeah, the inverted where you got the sphere, like
it's
the
a sort
ribbon.
Well, I think it's a kind of snail coil shape.
Yeah, and you line the inside of it so there's like a central core that has like, I assume, a light source or something.
And they do seem of rather different sort of size. So quickly here, and I'll go into some more of the designs. So the first place does seem kind of plausible in it's of the scale of
strong and long.
Strong and long, but it's like a multiple oil tankers sort of thing, or multiple ocean liners sort of thing. Whereas some of the others are much like you're getting to
flimsy and weird.
Well, no.
The middle one is flimsy and weird. It looks like an old, like a penny farthing wheel nailed to another penny farthing wheel.
Well, it does, but I just think that this snail one, it's kind of vast. Like you've got full on forests and rivers and shit like that.
Love it.
And I'm like, okay.
Why not? Haven't you watched that movie that has those in it?
No, I have, but they said they wanted realistic.
Oh yeah, that's the problem. This shit isn't practical enough.
All right, let's have a look through some of the winning cylinder cock shape.
I thought you said it wasn't. You liked it.
So they've gone into some beautiful level detail of what's going on in their giant cylinder.
There's no way that wouldn't work.
But I do like in the winning design here, they have gone into a fair bit of detail about
That's wonderful.
The size and scale of these different things.
Total cargo 100,000 tons for different shells.
Yeah, so this is of a plausible sort of size. So here's our little trees and stuff inside.
How long is plausible?
I don't know, but as I said, it's ocean liner size. Some of the others are sort of more, we're building weird ass sort of
Colossi,
yeah.
Colostomies.
So just got to pause and just say, I did a review like last couple of weeks ago of a book on this show that talked very much about it's very nice to fantasize about this.
Yes.
But the amount of energy, the amount of effort to build these kinds of things is off a scale that it is just...
Yeah, beyond imagining.
It is, yeah. It's so much fun, but let's keep it in the realm of fun.
Yeah, no, I love the fun of it. But even for me, I'm obsessed with it. I love this idea of big space and cool ships and stuff. But I still do come back to, if you can spend that much time and effort on leaving, why don't you spend it on making staying nice? Earth, I mean. Whoa. I know. I still want us to do space stuff too, but this idea, we're going to spend $4 gajillion zillions, and we're going to build this thing that's implausible. It's going to take the colossal effort of millions and millions of people. It's like, we could just make sure what we're doing now is good.
And it's the difference. You go from sending a satellite to different planets.
Yeah.
We're doing that already.
Yeah.
Pluto and everything.
Yeah.
Putting robots on different planets, we're doing that. We got them on Mars. Getting to sending human scientist explorers onto that's plausible, and I can see reasons to do it.
Yeah, it's fun.
But the next two levels of sort of colonize Mars, that is a huge jump in complexity and amount of people that you need. But then getting interstellar, I think one thing that Adam Becker's book, More Everything, he's like, what are the ethics of signing up your children's children to, you're living in a spaceship for forever. I got to live on Earth and I said, I'd like to go to the stars. And you just say, all right, kids, you get to go out there. I think it's hugely different from those people that go, all right, I'm a 70-year-old, whatever. I'm fit and healthy. I'd be happy to die on Mars because it's too hard to bring me back. I think there's...
it looks to be interesting and fun, something new.
I think there's total justice in that. Yeah. But the whole, I'm a 30-year-old that's ready to have a baby. Let's go and do it on Mars.
Yeah, I'm torn on that because here's the argument that's going to make me obviously a Satanist right-wing libertarian. But they don't know what they're missing.
They don't know what they're missing.
Fruit.
Oh yes.
The annals and the histories of fruit. So before the 16th century, the pineapple was basically completely unknown in Europe. They'd never even heard of it, seen it. Pineapple, what are you talking about?
Was it mythical or just never?
Unknown.
Glorious.
Just like the juju fruit here.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So a botanist called John Parkinson, late 1600s, he apparently gushed
One would.
Over its scaly like an artichoke, and it had a look and a taste like wine, rosewater, and sugar mixed together.
Oh, he shouldn't have led with the artichoke thing.
No.
Because I think people like as the pineapple marketing board from wherever colony he is currently exploring are like, lead with the flavour, man.
Yeah.
Like the wine sugar rosewater.
Artichokes are so overrated. I'm sorry. Fuck artichokes. Like, if there was a vegetable that could be eradicated forever, my vote is for the artichoke. They're shitty to grow. There's bugger all edible flesh on them. You got to treat them with everything else, and they only taste like the stuff you add to them. Piss off.
So, indeed,
call it like it's ambrosia.
I would go, it's a wild-ass looking thing.
Yep.
It's got a crown.
Yep.
And it tastes like a spicy wine.
Exactly, but don't eat the core because it'll make your tongue weird for a long time.
No, eat the core because it'll make you tough. Eat the rind, it'll make you tougher. Eat the crown. Go for it, buddy. Go for it.
Turn into a goat. So apparently, unlike apples and pomegranates and fruits like this, the pineapple arrived without any kind of cultural baggage because once it appeared, people were like, we don't even know what this is.
Oh.
Apples and stuff, they've got, historical and biblical references.
You got your even things like that.
And your pomegranate is like, if you touch a pomegranate, your wife becomes pregnant or something. But the beauty of this is, this was basically a symbol that was waiting for something to be attached to it.
Ah.
Like, welcome. And so the rich went,
sui generis.
Yes, exactly. Or whatever, tabula rasa.
Yeah, that one too.
Yeah.
And Safili mi boni beni.
So it became sort of mythical, its shape, its golden crown, and it became nicknamed the King Pine. People got excited.
King Pine.
Yeah, and it became a big deal really quickly in 16th century, among the Georgian palms.
I've seen pictures.
You have?
Of that era painting. Like you get Dutch masters and stuff
everywhere.
like that. And on the table, you got a fancy ass feast. You got the pig with an apple in its mouth. You got, and in the middle is a pineapple. It's like,
and you're thinking, why?
Oh, because it's glorious.
Yeah, they're amazed by it. So like Charles II, he was blown away. So he commissioned a portrait of himself receiving a pineapple. But the thing with this thing, apparently the fruit in the painting wasn't grown in Britain.
No.
But they pretended it was homegrown. So basically growing a pineapple in the UK, particularly 1700s, not that easy.
No.
It turns out the pineapple natural habitat and the UK differ.
Is this a climate change story?
No. Oh. Well, it should be, but not yet. No, it probably is now. So the Georgian elite, they started to try and grow pineapples in Britain. So they already had orangeries, where they tried to grow citrus and stuff, but they were still too cold and dim for pineapples. They weren't enough.
You dial it up.
Pineapples needed more. Yeah. They needed more. So some of them built pineries. Maybe it's peaneries, but I think it's pineries. Peaneries funnier. They're huge heated greenhouses. Some of them were heated by rotting manure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But a bunch of them were heated by fire, complicated duct systems.
I think fire's going a bit too far.
Yeah, well, a lot of them burnt down. It's like, we've had another fire. Why'd the house burn down again? Let's try to grow pineapples. Although, to be fair, there's a reason to try because if you had a pineapple or could grow a pineapple, absurd display of wealth and power.
Oh, of course it is.
So they reckon in the 1760s.
But just, getting a pineapple to the UK, so the closest place
from elsewhere
in the Caribbean or something like that would probably be as close.
You mean Jamaica? No, she let me.
Oh, man.
You're welcome.
But it's somewhere like that, or Southern America. But picking a pineapple when it's ripe enough to pick.
And then getting it home.
But getting it on the sailboat home.
By blow ship.
Yes.
Not great. So they tried. But it got to the point where in the 1760s, the cost to grow a pineapple was about £150, which today is about £28,000, which in Australian dollars...
£28,000.
Yeah. And in Australian dollars, that's about 45 billion?
No, but that's a lot.
It's 50 grand, say?
For a pineapple.
Yeah, for a pineapple.
Oh, that is some slap down. Here's a $50,000 fruit. Oh, and no wonder you put it in the middle of your table.
Or on your pizza.
Indeed.
Controversial.
I don't mind.
I don't mind either. Honestly, and this is going to be terrible, we're going to get cancelled now, but one of the best pizzas I've had in my life was actually ham and pineapple.
In Italy?
No. Hawaii.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, if you wanted to buy a pineapple, maybe if you were lucky, you could get one for about 60 quid, so £11,000, so $20,000 basically, you buy one. If you wanted to impress the ladies or other people, you want to flex at a dinner party.
By receiving a pineapple?
Exactly, like you said, whack it on the centrepiece of the table. You don't eat it, though. You never eat it. You just have it. Mm. They didn't eat them. They had them and displayed them.
Until they went rotten?
until after they went rotten. And there's stories about the ones that just were maggot infested in the middle, but the shell stayed well enough. So it's like, look at me, I got a pineapple.
Can you sell them? Like if like Lord, what's his name had the fresh version, and your Viscount Baron next level down. Sorry, I don't know the rankings.
Viscontes.
Yes, but you're the next level down. You're like, I'll buy a used pineapple. It's been looked at and got a bit maggot infested, but you know, it's a £10,000 pineapple rather than a £50,000 pineapple.
They even rented them.
You know that makes me so happy.
They actually would. There were
pineapple rentals.
Schemes. Yeah. Because, I mean, they were so expensive that, like, one dude, he stole 7 pineapples 7 years in Australia, transport. Like, it's dangerous. So capitalism basically went, let's make something out of this. So, rental stores opened. You could rent a fruit for an evening.
Rent a fruit for an evening.
Rent a fruit.
One would.
And so it got to the point where they are represented in, fancy, like, chinaware, like Wedgwood, etc.
Yeah.
Clock cases, bookends, statues, the embellishments around the edges of windows on fine houses, etc. Pineapple, because it was an expression of wealth. Carriages, etc., etc., etc. But then things started to change. Steamships.
Ruin everything.
Frickin' steamships. Better transport came in. And once a better transport came in, you could get them cheaply and quickly from the colonies. And once you do that, you're going to be revolted by this. So grab a bucket. Working class people could get them. I know, it's gross. It's gross. So the working classes started to buy pineapples, and apparently there was some satirical art that portrayed commoners eating pineapple, which is basically a symbol of societal decay. When it came to that.
No, I get it.
So as the pineapple went down, so to speak.
Soon they'll have pockets.
Yeah, above the knees. They could reach them. So 1835, there are apparently 52 distinct varieties of pineapple. Today there's only about 5. And only 2 are really common, the Smooth Cayenne and the Jamaica Queen. And a big part of the reason...
Hang on, Smooth Cayenne is the name, not a description of the cayenne?
It's the name of the pineapple. Huh. I'm Smooth Cayenne. Because apparently there was one called a Black Prince, which is kind of pyramid-shaped, like a 3-dimensional triangle pineapple. You know the one.
Yeah, okay.
And one argument suggests that the reason we just came down to these two, is because they were easy to basically strip down and can. Yeah. Circular and convenient.
Weird how capitalism just sort of reduces all diversity to, whatever suits them.
It's so strange. Huh. So there was a time when, in recent times, like in the life of Charles, our current king, there's a place called the Lost Gardens of Heligan. So in Cornwall, they tried to...
One has been there.
You have to the Lost Gardens?
I have. One has.
Was it wonderful? Like fascinating. Did you see the pineapple business?
Tell me more.
So apparently they tried to recreate 18th century pineapple pits. Did you see these?
Pineapple pits?
Yeah.
Oh.
And the heating system they used was the old, rotting shit version. Mm-hmm. Not the ducts, because we don't need fires. Not the heated ducts and stuff. Each fruit took 7 years to grow and cost over £1,000 in labour in setting it up.
This is in the recent times?
In the recent times,
wow.
Yeah. In the soonness, or at least in Prince Charles' lifetime. The first fruit, apparently, they were a bit worried. The staff tasted it because it might taste like poo. And then the second one was given to Queen Elizabeth, just to prove that it's still going on and it's a bit elite. And then apparently Prince Charles visited the place in 1997 and was very pink and giggly about it. He was just like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Charles loves that.
Loves a garden. Loves a dorky thing, loves it. So he was all excited. So basically, pineapples in the olden days, they became mainstream now. So the wealthy elite went, what are we going to do now? We need a new thing.
What did they choose?
Well, they didn't go for gems, they didn't go for birds, they didn't go for wine. They went for a different vegetable. What do you reckon it might have been? It's fucking exotic.
I got nothing.
Celery.
That's not what I was going to say.
Celery, because it's hard to grow, looked weird, came from somewhere else, and they're like, let's go celery then.
Well, I just speaking of expensive things, I just want to give you an update from a listener well, you can spend some money on something, and so this comes from listener Emily. So thanks for this. Hi, Emily. Because this is you remember I told you recently about if you wanted, you could bind a book in your skin.
In human skin.
In human skin.
Does it have to be my own, or could it be anyone's?
Well, what this service is saying...
Oh, come on.
It's not quite a book, but it's...
Like a phone cover.
A phone cover. You know, basically, yes. No.
What kind of iPhone cover do you want? For the human?
So this is a service in the US. And it's not oriented to the skin itself, but it's the tattoos, which you can understand someone might absolutely love the
Posthumous preservation of tattoos?
Posthumous preservation of tattoos.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I get
basically,
that. I get that.
Save my ink forever. Basically, you can understand the connection with a person and wanting to preserve. But for something between $1,700 and $120,000, they will...
Big range?
Yeah, it depends on the size of the tattoo.
Is it the full back or just the earlobe?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I understand.
They send a package of materials, which includes a knife and a thing and a preserving. And
Do it yourself?
No, they said no.
Granddad's tattoo, I'm just going to slice it off his corpse.
No, you don't do it yourself.
Oh,
because generally in the funeral industry, you do not do it yourself.
You don't tend to touch the corpse.
You don't tend to, like, that's someone else's job but what they're doing is the company is sending to the funeral home a kit.
A tattoo
that says,
removal
before you
device.
burn, slice off this thing and then put it in some preservative, and then it goes back to the company.
Formaldehyde.
Yeah, and then it goes into a frame or whatever you want. A phone cover, maybe.
That's what I want.
Maybe.
That's what I want, a phone cover.
And
wild.
And then you can have on your wall. And they've got some wild ass pictures.
That's amazing.
Like, I don't doubt
That's a whole back and arms.
I don't doubt there must be a huge story. Yeah, like...
Yeah, that's the arms unfurled, because if that's the arms as they were, that's serious tuck shop lady arms.
I think that's the $120,000 version. That's a lot of skin that you've got there. I totally don't doubt that there is a way of going... But it's weird.
No, I get it.
Because what you're looking at, though, you're looking at the tattoo and going, that's my memory of that person because I saw that tattoo a lot, whatever.
Yeah.
But then there's a bunch where you're going, oh, no, it's actually their skin as well. Like, whoa.
I honestly, I do kind of get it. If I had any tats, that I often think about them and then I think, I don't care enough. But I like the idea. If I had amazing tats that were significant or particularly artistic, etc., I understand the imperative to preserve. I'm not grossed out by that. I think it's interesting.
I don't think
because some of them are serious art.
I'm not wildly grossed out by it. I just, it would take a jump for me to go, yes, and I want to put a bit of you on a frame in the wall.
Dude, you've ruined my will. And in my will, to will I leave this section of my buttock.
No, but
that has a picture of his arm.
Obviously, I would find uses for that. Like
of course,
old mate
cover.
that used to paddywhack his kids with it. Like, you know.
I like it. Like, I think good on it. Like, preserving the tattoos, particularly if they're significant or extremely beautiful, because some tattoos are stunningly beautiful, like amazing. Burning them or burying them to rot seems a bit of a waste.
Yeah. Well, listener,
but we do have photographs.
If you do a home job and want to just
flashes your home job,
preserve your tats, then let us know. Just a final little update. I just wanted to, we spoke a little while ago about using AI avatars of dead people.
So, let's put it in bunny quotes, represent themselves.
Yeah, well, Jim Acosta has just done an interview with Joaquin Oliver, who died in the Parkland school shooting. But his parents have created an AI avatar of their son to argue what he'd say about gun violence. And I'm sorry.
Did he come out pro? That's not great.
A little bit of science is the place where you come for a little bit of science.
Place where we come for a little bit of science.
Stop it.
And we end on an upbeat note.
You should stop that. You should stop that. I've been Will Grant. He's been Rod Lambert. He can't handle that.
I can't.
But you should give us the review, but send us in your feedback, your comments, your thoughts.
Your questions at cheers@alittlebitofscience.com.
.com.au.
Thank you. I wanted you to be involved.
Love yous all. You're the best.
See you in whatever 24 times 7 is hours.
Yeah, runs to the boundary.